a good trilogy is really hard to come by, so this movie's got some work to do. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was directed and written by James Gunn, and it stars Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, and all of our returning cast as the Guardians of the Galaxy in their final outing. When an event takes place that puts one of the team in risk, the Guardians must get together and go around the entire universe to find something necessary to help them. Along the way, they make a discovery of a villain with a nefarious plan, and they must go off with one final round. I don't want to really spoil Guardians of the Galaxy. The trailers did a really good job, I think, of marketing this film without really giving away too much meat of the story. And I went in very just knowing that much, and it was really satisfying because of that. And Guardians, like I said in the opening, is the third film to the trilogy. Trilogies that are perfect are hard to come by, or even good. And Guardians of the Galaxy pulls off pretty much the impossible, because this movie is fantastic. Is this movie the best movie since Endgame? That's arguable. I think it depends on how you feel about No Way Home. For me, No Way Home was better than this movie. However, this would come right directly after No Way Home. So this is probably some of the best Marvel content that they've put out genuinely a long time. I've been very disillusioned with Marvel recently. Haven't been impressed with a lot of their work. And Disney's failed to impress me as well lately. But this movie was a total exception. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 knocks out the park, kills it, delivers on comedy, emotion, romance. It's not afraid to go dark, throughout the movie. And I really appreciated that. This movie was equally mature. It was also fun. It was exactly what it needed to be. James Gunn killed it. Let's talk about it. The characters in here are the main driving factor. These people who we've come so connected to and so invested in, they are what make this movie work at this point. And in particular, I'd say that, as everyone probably saw from the trailers and things, Rocket's character is finally fleshed out. We get his backstory, and when you get it, it's heartbreaking, it's emotional, but it's a good payoff. Everyone here is just, they have a lot of energy. They bring everything top tier to the game so they can really give their best performance. But more importantly, I think their chemistry is still there, and these people just play off each other so well. The characters are so fleshed out, so well-rounded. I love them all. With the exception of Gamora. I really didn't like Gamora in this movie. That's just someone I was not crazy about. She just got to a point where I was just like, just shut up. Just shut up and go away. Like, that's the point I got to with Gamora. Also, Adam Warlock, he mixed on him. He was okay in this movie. I really didn't care too much for him. But aside from those characters, everyone else was really fantastic because these characters are just so great, so lovable. The next thing that really works is the action here. The action is shot extremely well. There's a third act fight sequence in particular that is just standout that I think everyone has heard of at this point. It's really going around the internet. It's really great. It's just solid throughout this entire movie, and it's all very satisfyingly done. This movie's a lot of great setup, payoff, and what I really love is the villain. Marvel, thank you! A villain that's good. He doesn't have some emotional backstory or anything. He tries to give like a monologue of Star Wars, just sitting there like, I don't care. It's like, and he doesn't have one. He's just evil. And let me tell you, this guy evil. You hate him. Like, this guy is hurting animals. He's got kids locked up. Dude's a horrible person. But that's it. And I love that. He's just evil. There's no crazy backstory for him and emotional depth. It's just that. And that's perfect. A lot of people have already pointed this out, but he really, the High Evolutionary is really just what Kang should have been. Thank you. On top of that, the music in this movie, the original soundtrack is gorgeous. The songs they use are great. The visual effects in here are good. This movie just comes down to, thank you, Marvel. You made a good movie. Thank you. It was just good. Take back, James Gunn. Thank you for making this thing. This movie just comes down to the fact that, I think aside from the fact that the first act is kind of weak and there's some contrivances in there, so satisfying. The third act in particular is really great. So much payoff. I really love Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm going to beyond recommend this to you. I really think you should go see this movie. It's just so well made. It's so good. It's such a great third movie. This is now one of the best trilogies ever. I love it. Totally recommend you to go see it. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. This movie has, again, great humor, great script, great direction, perfect ending. go see Guardians Volume 3. I'm going to go with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 an 8 out of 10. So you guys, there's so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you all next time.